you said a couple words there in the committee, but can you kind of reiterate, some of your, Democrats said you set the tone,
Right. We do want to set a tone of drawing lines that are fair and that are legally sound. That's the ultimate goal here, is to be fair and draw lines that are legally sound.
Now, the redistricting process, because you're redrawing lines, can open itself to politicalization. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, sure, that's always natural, but what we want to make sure is that the public's involved in this process. That's why we had a public meeting. It's the first public meeting we've ever had on redistricting since my years in the General Assembly. We want it to be open to the public. It is a time-consuming process, and as our chairman said, it's not so easy as this is how my district should look. What one district looks like has a domino effect all across the state. And so we want to make sure that we draw an entire state plan that is fair, that holds communities and cities together as much as possible.
What's the process going forward? I mean, I saw the timeline in terms of the deadline. How much work should we expect to see on this over the summer?
Well, we'll work over the summer and really over the fall. This will be a long, tedious process, and then we'll be ready for a vote early January.
And, Republicans are in power. I mean, what do you think the possibility is going to be that we're going to see fewer Democrat districts, or districts where, you have two Democrats, sitting Democrats who are going to be facing off against each other versus Republicans?
Well, this really rises above any one person or any one legislature. This is doing what's best for the public to make sure that we ensure that one man, one vote is adhered to in this state. I want to avoid any type of political gerrymandering, although I will say that this state has clearly spoken last election cycle, and the Republican Party is the majority party in this state.
And are you getting any concerns from the new group of freshmen, because there's so many of them, and with a lot of districts changing the shape they are, especially around some areas, for example, Middle Tennessee, are you getting people who are concerned about where their districts are going?
Well, I think anyone's concerned what their legislative district is, and they're concerned primarily because they want to do a good job representing the folks that elected them. One of the things I feel confident about my freshman class is that they are committed to being good state representatives for the state overall, so I think they're very confident that they could run good competitive races whatever their district lines look like.
And was there anything on the map of what districts or areas are growing faster or smaller? Was there anything in there that surprised you?
Not really. The demographics of the state are changing. We have a tremendous amount of growth in the rural area in Middle Tennessee and even in West Tennessee. So that's where our growth is coming from. So it will be an interesting process. I know that Rutherford County will probably pick up a state rep. Williamson County has grown to pick up a state rep. So that's where the growth is in our state. We'll reflect that in those district lines.